What's going on, everybody? So we're going to be doing a recap of Week 4 of the NFL 2016 season. These are the Sunday games. If you want to see the Thursday night game, you guys can check out my previous podcast. It's available on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Android, gmilesworld.com. So you won't have a problem getting to it. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Colts and the Jaguars. This right here, let me just say something. Andrew Luck said something like, "I'm tired of almost," and all this other crap that he's doing. I told you guys, this guy sucks. I don't really care about anything else that's going on with it. The reads that he makes, everything about it, bro, is just terrible. If he wasn't in that, that weak division, it is no reason why this man is losing so many games, bro. It is no, bro, the Jaguars, though, bro, London, though, okay. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to accept the fact that, both Andrew Luck and, RG3 out of the same draft, they have their issues. I still do believe that Andrew Luck should have been the better quarterback. I don't know, last year with his injury, people gave excuses, he was hurt, stuff like that. Is he healthy now? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, is he? Is he healthy? They had a nice little fourth quarter, try to come back on him, but I'm just trying to ask you guys something. You got to be fair about it, because this man is making a lot of cash as a quarterback in the National Football League. Is he worth the money? That's all I'm saying. As a fan, is he worth the money? You know what I'm saying? Would you rather have Carson Wentz? Yes, please. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If guys want to go ahead and make up excuses for him, that's all gravy. That's fine with me. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that he's trash. The Jaguars, I don't know what they're doing either, but they won the game. So who am I supposed to be mad at? You see what I'm saying? If I'm being objective, who am I supposed to be mad at? The team that's supposed to win with the highest paid quarterback, or the Jaguars with Blake Bortles, Ramsey as a rookie, they got a lot of defensive speed and stuff like that. I like what they're supposed to be doing. I didn't expect them to start off 0-3, but it is what it is. But if you look at this game on paper, you expect the Colts to win this game, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you want to call it, I'm going to tell you this right now. Look, the Colts suck. Let's just be outright with it. You know what I'm saying? The Titans, let's get to the Titans and the Texans, though. Because Mariota, sometimes he just looks like he's an all-star, and then most of the other times he just looks like he's a trash can rolling around the street, bro. I don't know what in the F this man is doing. I don't understand what's happening most of the time, but he's finding a way to make bad decisions. You can blame the O-line. A lot of people do. And I understand that. I understand that the O-line is terrible. And who is that? Mike Mularkey? Yeah, that coach is a freaking whatever, man. It's pretty rad, bro. I think that's what the kids say. It's pretty rad that a lot of teams come out and just stink up the joint, and everybody stays the same way. Nobody gets benched. For the most part, the head coach stays. All that stuff. Come on, bro. Like, they got to make some adjustments. They got to make. I still don't like their game plan. I still don't like their game planning, the way they run an offense for him. I still don't like it. I don't know if you guys like it, but I still don't. I think if Chip Kelly was still his coach, he would be so much better. And Chip Kelly, like I said, he went over there to the Eagles and destroyed the organization, but he's doing a decent job with the 49ers right now, with not being in charge of personnel and just being the head coach. I really think Mariota would have been a much better quarterback, under Chip Kelly in the NFL, because that's what Chip Kelly pretty much bases his offense off of, is a guy like, this guy right here, Mariota. But it is, I don't even know what to say. Let's get real quick to the Texans. Osweiler was okay. He wasn't spectacular. J.J. Watt is out, obviously, on injury reserve. He has a back injury. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't think that he will ever play at the level that he played at before. I think he's going to be a regular guy. Back injuries are so dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying? I know people that have had back injuries, and this guy's a down lineman. Their defense is still pretty good, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting to see how everything comes together with him not being there, but they got to win. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge for the Houston Texans. I'm just trying to figure out, it's a lot of J.J. Watt talk. This guy was like 3 times Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL. He's actually in the talking to being the top player, like overall, like the MVP in the NFL. But that would be hard to do, to give to a goddamn D lineman. But he was that good at one point. I don't think he will ever be able to get to that point. The back is, unless he just, I don't know, unless they give him like a goddamn, metal back or something out of Terminator 2, some kind of crazy ass liquid. I don't know what to call it. What was he made, a liquid metal kind of back thing, and make it be able to be flexible? I don't think he could come back and be the same thing. I really just don't. But that's my opinion. And in this business, you got to prove people wrong. Going to the Browns and the Redskins. Let me just say this: Terrell Pryor, I like that guy, man. The Browns are 0-4. Hugh Jackson is probably going to get fired because he believed in RG3, and that was one of the dumbest things you could possibly do. And I'm also stupid for also believing in RG3, knowing that he's going to get injured no matter what. Even if nobody touches him, he's just going to get hurt. Sometimes you got to take a chance, though. And he believed in RG3, and RG3 is going to cost him his job ultimately. Because even though he got hurt and you're putting in, you know, McCown and whatever, you still brought in somebody into the franchise that you knew was a trash can. And, you know, it is what it is. I fully expect that Hugh Jackson will be out by sometime next year because the Browns suck. They're horrible. You know, you got dudes coming in and fumbling the ball. What's that dude's name? Duke Johnson. That dude is garbage. Like, but then I don't know if that. I'm trying to remember. Did they actually really recover that fumble though? I don't listen. I don't even know what's going on. I will tell you this though. Josh Norman is probably needed on the Panthers more than he's needed on the Redskins because, in my opinion, he was getting dealt with accordingly by my man Terrell Pryor. So, you know, sometimes teams have to understand that guys fit their systems very, very well, and they have to do what they have to do to try to keep them. Because otherwise you look like a douche the way the Panthers look right now. We're going to get to them in a second. You know what I'm saying, bro? Don't even set trip. But the Redskins, I don't see them winning the NFC East. They were supposed to beat the Browns, so I wouldn't write home about this win. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like, oh, yo, they're back. I wouldn't do any of that. That's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and say that they did what they were supposed to do, and that's it. And the Browns are horrible. But Crowell is getting his yards though. So if you guys are in the fantasy, I like Isaiah Crowell, man. I like the yards he's been getting. I've been getting, you know, a lot of good feedback from him in fantasy. So that he's definitely somebody that's gonna get his yards regardless of what the Browns do on offense because they're 0-4 and they suck. And then as we all know, you know, what if Josh Gordon is going back into rehab? I don't even know what's happening with that guy, man. At a certain time. You have to just say, look, I'm leaving it alone, and I got to move on. And I think that's what they're going to do as the Browns. The Seahawks and the Jets, I fully expected the Jets to lose this game. Russell Wilson, you know, he still played regardless of how hurt he was, which is definitely commendable. Ryan Fitzpatrick has 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions, and Brandon Marshall, for some reason, is saying that he's going down with the ship. I don't know what Brandon Marshall is doing or what kind of drugs he smokes, but I like what he's doing because he supports his quarterback till the end. And, you know, sometimes you got to do that. I just don't understand why he's doing it because it makes him look like a complete idiot. Let's just be honest about it. It doesn't make any sense what he's doing. You understand what I'm saying? Are you serious that this guy is coming out and completely stinking up the joint? He's completely stinking up the joint. And, you know, you're ride or die. You've been doing that with Jay Cutler. You've been doing that with everybody. So I can't believe anything that Brandon Marshall says. So it's just the fact that at this point, I probably think that Geno Smith is probably better. And that hurts me to say that. That really hurts me to say that. But I think at this point, Geno Smith is 100% better. If you would ask me, if I'm the coach, I'll put Geno Smith in right now. And say, you know what, yo, bro, what is it? Fitz tragic? You got to go, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense what he's doing. Like this guy this guy Pitt Patrick. He doesn't care about anything, bro. This guy just throws picks. He likes it, man. It turns him on, bro. Yo, Pitt Patrick, whatever. Do what you got to do, man. Bills and the Patriots. Rex Ryan finally delivered on trash talk, bro. I was completely flabbergasted, bro. Flabbergasted at what happened in this game. I could not believe it, but I knew, and if you guys go back to like my earlier videos, I had already said that the Patriots would at least get 1 loss. I didn't expect it to be to the Bills though, because I know how Rex Ryan and you know, Bill Belichick feel about each other. But you know, it is what it is, man. They took the loss. Quarterback situation was really, really bad. Fumble, stuff like that. So we're not going to really get all up in that. We're just going to give Rex Ryan kudos finally for getting the job done, because I'm pretty sure that you guys have been around for a long time and seen that this man almost never delivers on trash talk. Looking at everything overall with the game, though, the Patriots are fine. You're going to get a rejuvenated Tom Brady. Tom Brady that's been freaking, I heard that he was like tanning butt naked on beaches and just relax. You know how fired up this man is? The Patriots can still win, have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They can still come through, because I'm just assuming that the Denver Broncos are going to finally lose a game. They should be able to clinch a lot of stuff. They're 3-1 without Tom, and I'm at the point right now where I'm saying to myself, Tom Brady's about to show everybody that he's not a system QB. And even though I said that, I also said I still love Tom Brady, and I love what he's able to do with the way he came into the league and everything like that. I think he's even more pissed off now that they lost to Rex Ryan. I think he's going to come out. Who are they playing, the Browns or something, week 5? I don't know. Bro, whoever they're playing, bro, don't show up. Just don't show up and shit. do me a favor, don't show up, because I'm telling you right now, Tom Brady's gonna get all up in you, bro. It's going to be cray-cray, as the kids say. Looking at the Panthers and the Falcons, listen, let me just be very, very clear. When you give up 300 yards, bro, you suck defensively. Now, Josh Norman, you know, they asked him about it. He was sipping tea like he was Kermit the Frog. You know, it was pretty funny to see it happen. Sometimes you like to see your older team suffer and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you this right now. The Panthers are trash. And statistics show that the Super Bowl winner doesn't usually make the playoffs the next year. It's guaranteed, bro, that this is happening right now. The Panthers, they are horrible. Cam Newton trying to go head up without helmets. He's having concussions. What are you doing, bro? Like, are you serious? It's so sad, man. I told everybody last year, though, that's going to haunt Cam Newton forever, that he didn't jump into that pile and give everybody everything when he could have done that in the Super Bowl, because he thought that he was going to get injured when he fumbled that ball in the Super Bowl. I told everybody, bro, they may not go back to the Super Bowl. It is so, you know, under the Cam Newton era. I don't know. They got a great defense. You know, Cam Newton may come around, but people adjust and teams adjust. And with everything the way that it goes and a stiff salary cap and not being able to keep people and all that stuff that's going on, that really hurt them. It definitely hurt the Panthers, because Josh Norman was more of a system guy, a zone guy, but I don't see them losing like this. Even though, you know, let me tell you something right now. Julio Jones gonna do whatever to anybody. He don't care. Julio Jones is a savage. You know what I'm saying, bro? The man is outright crazy. Strength, speed, everything in one package. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it would have been a little bit easier. Julio Jones would have probably had 299 yards if Josh, you know what I'm saying, if Josh Norman was there. That's all I'm going to say. Because I'm not taking no, listen, Julio Jones is a dog, okay? As they say out in the South, he a dog. So I'm not going to really run around and act like I don't know that he would have still done this. That's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think the Panthers miss Josh Norman. I know he's getting burnt. I know he's getting torched where he is right now. But I think in the system that they had with the speed on the D-line that they had, he was much better with the Panthers. Jumping right into the next games right here, the Raiders and the Ravens. This game right here was so entertaining, bro. I'm loving what Derek Carr is doing. Let me just tell you something right now. I thought Crabtree was garbage. But when he threw it over the top and he caught that and tippy-toed that into the back of the end zone, let me tell you something, bro. I was very, very surprised. Because I used to call him, I forgot what I was calling him. I don't remember what I was calling him, but it was a very, very derogatory thing, Crabtree. I was just calling him a crab-ass douche. I don't know what it was, but he's playing very, very well. And that defense is playing very, very well. And the way they move Khalil Mack around and all that stuff that's going on with the Raiders, Jack Del Rio is coaching out of his mind. Let me just tell you something. Right now, going into week 4, Jack Del Rio, in my opinion, should be in the talk for Coach of the Year. When you talk about guts and glory, and you talk about what the Raiders are as an organization, the Raiders, and you talk about how gritty and how, you know, how like, listen, the team is comprised of people that are vicious animals over the history, and that's the way they're playing, aggressive. They don't care. They're gonna punch you in the mouth. I love this Raiders team right now. I really do. I'm not gonna sit up here like I said, man. I'm not a fan of any NFL team, and I watch all the games and just, you know, I enjoy them all. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Look, the Raiders look really, really good. They just really, really look good, and I'm not gonna sit up here and try to act like they don't. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, dudes are scoring, they're playing defense, they're making stops when it counts, they're doing the things that good teams do. Now, I'm not going to get overly excited because they're probably going to try to screw me over later on. I wouldn't bet them right now. Like, I didn't bet them, you know, on my card this week because I was very, very nervous. I thought the Ravens would be able to do stuff. And plus, you got to understand something. Steve Smith Sr., he's mad old, but he was making key first downs at the end of that game, running out routes. That dude is like 97 years old, bro. That dude is the first time, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, man. When you talk about heart and, you know, just going out and just putting everything on the field, Steve Smith Sr., man, oh my goodness, what a player. What a player, bro. But, you know, at the end of the day, the Raiders got the win. The Ravens are no longer undefeated. They're both 3-1, and we move on. The Lions and the Bears. Okay, this was like a, I don't know how to say it. It was like throw up with a little bit of dookie in it watching this game. Because both teams, like, you don't even, look, I understand you got Chicago Bear fans. I understand you got Lion fans. You guys got to understand that Jim Caldwell and John Fox are two of the worst coaches in the NFL currently. So it's not going to be something that's going to be very, very exciting. Because it all starts with the head coach. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a situation where people have to understand that it's not intentional that, you know, that I'm saying these things like, yo, bro, you know, yo, this team sucks. They're doing things that's making me say this. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not just like, yo, bro, I'm gonna come out and just say bad things. I watch what they do. I see the way they coach. I look at Jim Caldwell's face. I look at John Fox's face. They're horrible coaches. Horrible coaches, okay? So watching this game is solely for me to do a recap. And I'm talking about watching just like this, and like I'm flipping the channel. All right, let me just see what these dudes are doing. Oh my God, Jim Caldwell's face. All right, let me skip the channel. You see what I'm saying? That's how I actually look at the games. Unless they're playing somebody that's really, really good, or they're the only game on, I'm not watching the entire game. I'm gonna see what's going on. I'm gonna look at the highlights because I know that both these teams are trash. I know what it is, and you guys know what it is too. Even the fans. I want to know one Lions fan in here, bro, that watches this podcast and then says that, you know, they watch entire games. Like, even if you're a diehard, like, you gotta just walk away. Like, even if you don't gotta take a dump, you go take a dump anyway. Like, you just don't want to be watching the game because they're that bad right now. They are that bad. They used to have teams that were formidable. You remember when Brian Urlacher was on the Bears and they had that good D? You know, Lions, when, you know, even when they had you know, Calvin Johnson, no matter how bad they were when they went 0-16, you would still watch the games. They're just unwatchable right now. They're unwatchable. Let's just be honest about it. Let's stop running around and act like we don't know what's going on. They're horrible. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We move on from that. The Broncos and the Buccaneers. Let me just tell you something about the Buccaneers. This dude Siemian, though, bro, this dude, listen, let me just be very, very clear. Siemian will be better than Osweiler. And again, John Elway knows what he's doing. And the defense of the Broncos, I think, they're better than they were last year. And that's scary. If you're not scared for me saying that statement, and you're in the AFC, and you're trying to get out and go to the Super Bowl, that's a problem. Because even with the way they are right now, they can beat the Patriots. Look, I'm being so honest about this right now. I think the Broncos have a very, very high chance of repeating. Because, listen, even look at the situation that Siemian is in. Even if he makes a mistake, the defense is going to give him the ball right back. You know the kind of luxury that is? You know what that was like? You know, let's just think about that. The Baltimore Ravens, when they won the Super Bowl, and they had, like, what was that? I forgot, Trent Dilfer at quarterback or some crap like that. Do you know the luxury that it is when you have a defense like that? I watched almost every game that year when the Baltimore Ravens won that Super Bowl, when they beat the hell out of everybody, including the Giants. Let me just say something right now. When you have a great defense like that, you're not, the pressure and everything like that, you don't really have pressure on you as a quarterback. Why would you be pressured? Tell me why you would be pressured. It doesn't make sense. Because you know your defense is giving you the ball right back. Listen, I watched this game, and I was like, God, yo, this guy came out and just threw a pick. Jameis Winston came out and just threw a pick like, yo, you know what? This D right here, some crazy shit right here. Yo, let me just throw this pick. That looks like literally what he said in his brain when he threw the first pick that he threw. He's like, God damn, yo, these motherfuckers, it's going to be a long day. It is no way possible that anybody should have thought the Buccaneers could beat the Broncos. It doesn't make any sense. Their defense is so scary right now. So scary. And as we go forward with the Rams and the Cardinals, I'm starting to get pissed now. Listen, excuse me. I'm not a Los Angeles Rams hater. I love the city of LA. I love them all. Jeff Fisher disgusts me. And I hate that he's winning, but I'm so happy for the Rams, if that makes any sense. The Cardinals suck. We're not going to even sugarcoat it. I know Carson Palmer got hurt. He had a concussion. The dude's head was smashed against the ground, whatever like that. He couldn't wait to get out of that game because there was no way possible he was going to be able to do anything to make them win anyway. Late, after the Rams scored that touchdown, when the guy just jumped in the air and came down with the ball. I'm going to tell you this right now. I told you guys this before. Regardless if Carson Palmer plays or not, the Cardinals will not win a Super Bowl with him at the helm. It's very, very simple. Larry Fitzgerald is mad old, but he still does what he needs to do. Other guys got to step up. You know, David Johnson, you know what I'm saying? The other dudes, Michael Floyd, these guys got to step up. They got to make plays. They got to do things because, and it's not even fair for me to say that because Carson Palmer will come back. Right now he's in concussion protocol, but he will come back and he will still continue to stink the joint up. The Rams defense, though, is actually starting to play like the Rams defense, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're really starting to play like how we fully intended them to be playing. So that's dangerous if you really ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look good if they come out and play the way they're supposed to play. And the only reason I thought that they wouldn't play the way they're supposed to play was because Jeff Fisher is their coach. So now I can't even say nothing. They're 3-1. What the hell can I say right now? Well, listen, I gotta eat humble pie and just shut up. But I will tell you guys this. Jeff Fisher is still one of the worst coaches in the NFL. I don't care. I'm sticking to that. I love the way that they're playing, but I'm happy for the players. You understand what I'm saying? I know they're going to be let down. I know they're not going to win anything and go to like the Super Bowl or anything, but I'm happy for the players that they're winning because they're doing that despite Jeff Fisher. You understand what I'm saying? They're doing all of this stuff despite Jeff Fisher. And I'm so serious with that. Point blank period. It is what it is. That's how I feel. I'm giving you guys honest opinion, and that's why you guys tune in. The Saints and the Chargers. Okay, Mike McCoy, I think it's about time that he goes. Okay? You're blowing this team out and you allow this comeback. Mike McCoy, you're fully responsible. That's his name, right? That's the Chargers head coach name. Because like to keep all this information in my head all the time is crazy. But they fully just the organization has to say, you know what? Come into my office. Hello, Mr. McCoy. Goodbye, Mr. McCoy. That's it. That's the conversation. This guy is yo. He's a freaking horrible coach. How do you lose this game, bro? How the hell do you lose this game? Somebody please tell me how this man lost this game. Because I'm still at a loss for words. Drew Brees was playing horrible throughout the entire game. You know what I'm saying? He was playing horrible, you know, doing a lot of errant passes, crazy stuff was going on. They allowed this comeback. How? How did that happen? How did they allow this comeback? Mike McCoy. He's been, bro, the dude is known. Bro, he's known. He's known for doing this. This is so unbelievably ridiculous that he did this. And look, I know people are going to say, you know, the players got to play. Okay, that's fine. But who takes the responsibility? It's always the head coach. The Saints they have no reason to be 1-3. They should be 0-4 right now. The Chargers right now, I don't know what in the F they're doing, but they gave up their 2-2 to be 1-3. Are you serious? Are you guys? Who was out there, bruh? Mike McCoy, Mike McCoy. What are you doing? And why hasn't he been fired already? I still haven't seen an update. Maybe he has been fired and I just don't know about it yet. But I need answers, bro. If I'm a Chargers fan, I need answers. I need answers right now. That guy has to go. Seriously, he has to go. That guy makes me sick, bro. Cowboys and the 49ers. Dak Prescott. Listen, bro. First of all, this guy Des Bryant, what kind of punishment did he get? Well, he just got fined for not going to get his MRI or whatever he's doing. He acts like such a baby. I don't understand this, man. Sometimes I forget that he's a grown man in the National Football League and he's on the sideline doing all that stuff and whatever. You know, he was showing support, but it's just certain things that he does, man, that it's like, come on, man, grow up, bro. You got so much talent. You got to be able to go out there. You're a leader. But regardless of all that, the 49ers played them very, very, very hard. They played them very, very hard. But at the end of the day, Ezekiel Elliott and these boys, they went out there and they played their game and they got the win. 3-1 Cowboys without Tony Romo. I think it's time for Tony Romo and his dead back to go sit down someplace. You made your money, you did all your stuff, but it's no way right now that you guys can tell me that he gives them a better chance to win. I know statistically you can, but what I'm saying is right now with the new era and the way that the people have responded on the team to Dak Prescott, I don't know if you can give the team back to Tony Romo. And Tony Romo statistically is one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. But I just don't know right now. I think that you keep the hot guy in and don't take away what he's been doing. Just look at his statistics. Look at his QBR. This guy's balling right now, Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? The team is playing pretty well. The defense is playing well. They're making stops on 4th down when it's needed. I don't know if you want to mess with that chemistry. Chemistry means so much, bro. And I don't think people understand that. But moving one piece can destroy everything. And people need to understand that. That statement I just made, that's very, very serious. One guy can destroy everything. And that's just the way it is right now. So people need to understand, look, man, Dak Prescott might be the future for the Cowboys. Let's keep that guy, Tony Romo, back where he's supposed to be. And in the final game, I don't know why the hell the Chiefs even showed up. All those 14 points is garbage time right there, bro. Now, the Steelers got ramrodded by the Eagles the week before, okay? I fully understand that. You saw Mike Tomlin, what he said before the game started. Bro, we looked at the tape, and we're ready to go today. Le'Veon Bell came back. He's a great catcher out of the backfield. He adds a different dimension to the team. Even though, you know what I'm saying, the Steelers are such a good team already, it's still so crazy when you put a guy like Le'Veon Bell there. Because even with D'Angelo Williams, being a decent running back, whatever like that, he's not Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell presents so many different things. A run blocker, a guy that can catch the ball at the backfield, a guy that smokes weed all the time and always misses 3 games every season. Bro, he presents so many things. And the Steelers look... Bro, was he playing Pop Warner? Ben Roethlisberger was just dropping back and throwing dots. That's all he was doing. He was just throwing them up. And why do they keep giving penalties? Antonio Brown didn't even do a really crazy celebration yesterday. The NFL is really starting to get crazy, man. I don't understand how they're doing that. Like, why is he getting a penalty for that? He just did a quick gyration with the ball in his hand, and you get a penalty like that? Like, the NFL, like, I don't know what's going on, but they need to go and speak about that because it's so hard to score in the NFL. So why can't the guy do a quick celebration? Not like he's doing, like, Chat Ocho Cinco celebration where the whole team is involved, but he's doing all the other kind of stuff. He's just doing, like, little simple stuff when he gets the ball. It's the emotion, you're running high, you're adrenaline, you're just trying to have some fun. It's really, really stupid, man. I just don't like it at all. And I just hope that something is done about it with all those personal fouls and ejecting people. It's really, really stupid. It's a game for grown men. Let these grown men play. And that's the last game. Hopefully you guys are subscribed to me on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Android. And you know what I'm saying? It's available worldwide. Shout out to everybody that downloads the podcast. And until next time, it's always one love.